Hello, well, no. Hello, no. Let me check if anything works now. Does anything works? I think live stream on Twitch works. Mm, let me look. Let me look on Facebook, on YouTube. I mean, does it work on YouTube? No, on YouTube. I must find it. Oh, there is it. I'll see it. So. I'm going now to show you to buy. I show you some other video of me, an old video of me, because I first to eat some breakfast. So by the way, I'm now streaming on my YouTube and on my Twitch, on my the Mirror and the Master of the Arts channel. On Master of Arts, I mean, I mean my Immortal, my Mirror of the Truth channel. I've put out a link in it for the people that want to watch it and check out that channel. But yes, this is actually my Q&A video time. Actually, any Thursday, European time, around 6. Or 7 p.m. depending on which place in Europe you are. Because we have not so much time zones as in the US. Yes, I want to show you a video when I'm actually going to eat some food before I'm going to start a reel because I see there's I think nobody else or there somebody. If you are watching my video, please say some stuff so I know there is somebody there. If you are not, let me what I then watch my video, my last video on YouTube, my music video. So I go to audience back, and then I'm going to um, going to go to that one there, so you can see my beautiful video. So rights hypocrites. You human rights hypocrites. You human rights hypocrites. Lying, letting people die from starvation because you want to eat a piece of flesh. You hypocrites. You hypocrites. You hypocrites. We can easily beat this world over. Easily. Think about it. 70 billion lanterns. We can beat around 7.8 billion people. Stop the gluttony. Stop the insanity. It's time to awake. You human rights hypocrites. You human rights hypocrites. Environmentalist hypocrites. The rainforest is burning because of cattle rancing, because of the animal agriculture, mainly because of those hellish industries. I call them the purest form of terrorism, because that's what I run. 91% of the deforestation is because of animal agriculture. It is time to stop denying it. Oh, it is time to stop denying it. Go vegan. It is not your right based on your tradition, your beliefs, or your habits to deny other living beings their rights. So you can exploit them, torture them, rape them, and murder them for their flesh. That's not what rights are about. That's not what rights are about. That's justice. Never, 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 if you are not the victim. Imagine it from your point of view, because if you want Hello, I'm back with a bit of drink, so the Q&A can start if you ask me. For real. Hello, fellow and ladies. Anybody there? Like I would say in that video, that I showed when I was holding some banana smoothie from our kitchen like that to satisfy my and not so extreme, but still a little bit apparent hunger. Because, the only people who are hungry are the people that dying from starvation in the third world, or Matrix, or how you want to call it. Like I said in that video, I showed you my friends, or should I say my enemies. Because if you are destroying the environment, you are a kind of an enemy to me. Because I'm an environmentalist, and I'm not a pushover, and I'm not a make you feel happy guy. I can be a pretty much a pain in the ass if you are a selfish cow. So you can see in this did I send did I put the yes, I think I put the wrong one. Yeah. I did yes. Now I've taken the right study. The, so you can see in this like this article tells that already children live in countries scaring their livestock, so you can make excuses, but it makes you a bigot. Because people have refused to accept facts, even if they are in front of their nose, specifically when those actions they are then doing are causing mass suffering, are bigots. That's what you are now. That's what you are. Stop denying it, mate. Hey, there's somebody. Yes, I can speak English. I can also speak Finnish. I can speak a bit Russia. Um, I'm don't play that game. Sorry. um, I'm partly English. English people have always very white skin. I have the same type of skin color like my grandfather. And it's winter now in my country, so that's also make me even more white, or must I say, um, albino, which means white in Latin. Do you all have any question about veganism philosophy, or maybe you want that I draw some stuff, because I'm pretty good in drawing. And this is veganism Q&A and drawing and philosophy, one of my live streams on this channel. Sorry for the noises, by the way. Mm. You want that I draw Africa cow? I'll drink a large banana smoothie now. By the way, I've finished around 1.5 or something like that. I put my computer ready so I can draw and people can watch it, because otherwise people don't see it, because I have just one camera on the moment. Mm, let I look if people on Twitch also did say stuff. No, there don't say something there. Go to OBS. Turn this upside down. So what I draw is easy to see for people but watching me right now. Any questions? My channel is, by the way, about animal rights. I'm talk about philosophy, moral consistency, philosophy, also sometimes psychology, also history. Uh, And on Thursday I do always Q&A, and then I do drawings sometimes, uh, like this one. I'm also make my own hand-drawn memes. You can call them. Maybe I'll put some music on. At least if you like that. The music also was music that I make myself on my keyboard. And I think it is relaxing. No, that's not my. That's just water. Mm, no. Mm, no. صحيح. Alright, and then I cannot let you hear it because there's not anymore on my iPad. I find it very annoying. But yeah, let me show more of my arts. By the way, I have also an art channel. This channel is called Master of the Arts. No, I think I will do something funny. At least for me, maybe. I think I will draw an demon. Human. Actually, how humans will look like if they were actually carnivores. Because, in contrary with popular opinions, we are not carnivores. We are also not omnivores. Because we have not sharp teeth, we are a very flat teeth. Yeah, let I do that. I find fun and also something that's maybe good for this channel, because this channel is of course mainly about animal rights, um, philosophy and environmentalism. So maybe just fun to do a drawing about how actually we will look like if we were a carnivore or an omnivore. Because then you will actually see that you are looking very, very different from the way you are now looking. So, you must know that your head will be like a snort of a wolf or something. I will also give you bigger ears, because then you can hear better. You probably will also have a very big mouth. And Joker will be jealous, will be jealous in your mouth. I think if you are aware, born a carnivore or an omnivore. If you are anatomical and physiological and carnivore. I mean, let's see my big head was visible. So, no. Anybody down? Anybody in the house? Anybody down? You get extremely large. When you're carnivore, you have extremely large lungs. Your limbs are pretty, or also on the floor. Your limbs will be very, 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 very thin, because you have to be faster. Of course, you have not fingers. Those fingers are not very handy for hunting. So you have claws with long, sharp nails. Of course, not too long fingers. Very short. And I imagine now that you have not your four fingers, like with the paws of a dog or something. Maybe I will put the mouth open. Because then I can also show you that actually like you see how your mouth looks when you are smiling if you are a true carnivore or omnivore. First, you must know that they have long, sharp teeth, and they cannot chew so well because of they have long, sharp teeth. No, no, just like an imp. You will be having the same teeth as your dog, or even more creepier, more sharpy. No, this one still likes fingers. Because if you are a canine, uh, if you are a carnivore or omnivore, I mean, they, they have a large claws. Very proportions, very tiny limbs. These small limbs. The upper body can maybe be a bit. Hello, where are you? I am actually drawing people how people will look like if they were truly carnivores like the media proclaims. Um, with we are not, we are actually herbivores from our teeth to the fact that we have amylase in the slima. I've also a video about that made a couple of years ago. You can go to my video list and you can search for that. But I can also put just in the chat that video or that list of videos what I call misconceptions about diet. But I have to find it first.
Are human beings natural meat eaters?
No, it's not one. I mean, yep.
Humans been
For the people that want to have a scientific based opinions about it, from me, let it go too much which. Yes, also on Twitch, it is now visible. Let me go. So, if people want that, watch that video of me, then they are only to follow the link. I'll send it in the comments, in the chat. So, also, carnivores and omnivores have often claws. So, some of you maybe know. And they have sharp claws with long nails, so they can kill their prey more easily. And they also have no problem with bloodshed, in contrary with us, since we are not carnivores. We are actually herbivores, like I say in that video that I've sent in this. Discord chat thingy. You know, people who refuse to reason are bigots. People who don't can are fools. And those who are afraid to reason, they are slaves of the society, of their own or in their own mind. Should I also give this human-like carnivore or omnivore some other creepy visions? Maybe should I give them a tail? Mm, yes, they have a very small stomach because their intestines of carnivores are actually very, very, very tiny. Their intestines are around 3 to 6 times the length of their trunk torso. You know, from your shoulders until your bottom, a bit that. That's your torso. Yours are around 12 times. And if you take the very conservative, and I think that are only correct by people who are drinking too little water, 7 times, but that's still more than that of carnivores and omnivores are on their absolute longest around 6 times of the trunk torso. Yes, I was also thinking to give this this version of us when we were actually true carnivores. So I'd like to give it a tail for one reason or another. Because I was thinking it looked like a bit like a wolf with very, very skinny legs, of muscles also on it. It looks like a bit like Crash Bandicoots Only then it's a bit more scary. Anybody a question, by the way? What's your excuse? What's your excuse for actually holding the status quo the way it is and not change and not going vegan? Apathy, indifference, selfishness. Rather put something on the trunk because we don't want to see his or her lower parts. At least I don't want. I think also this video will be blocked from YouTube if I aren't going to try naked stuff. Even if it's just a weird little drawing of me. Drawing people how the world look like when they are truly, and I mean truly, carnivores or herbivores. And not the fake ones. Do I have no music? I have no music. I have no music. I hear my music. Music was a bit soft, I think. By the way, I'm now on my main channel and I don't actually see the comments of both channels if I've been on that channel in comparison with my other channel. So, or you are on Twitch or not. By the way, this what I'm now drawing is actually how I imagine to it looked like if we were truly a carnivore. So you can see we have a very skinny legs and arms because carnivores have in general very skinny arms and very skinny in comparison, also not extremely long legs, but specifically in comparison to the leg, very skinny. And I was also imagining that it have a lot of yes, on YouTube I did have some people, but there are now away, I think. On the beginning there were people on YouTube, but since I'm now on my Q&A video and my main channel actually, the Immortal the no, the Mirror of the True, I'm actually just can see one or the other. By the way, this drawing is a carnivore, human, or hominids, like I prefer to it. It has very skinny looking legs. It has a tail because I was imagining it like a wolf. It has also very sharp and scary looking fangs, like that of a wolf, and very big nose. Also, just have a little bit the snout of a wolf, the eyes, and then the pupil is far bigger, and have a little bit of werewolf-like ears, because carnivores have also lots of time big ears, not always, but a lot of time. A lot of bones also, because the carnivores eat their victims raw, and actually there are actually put off all of the flesh with the teeth, so you have clean bones. And then those creatures that you are being when you are truly a carnivore, of course, use the bones as weapons, like weapons, and then make of some of the parts and land cotton for their shaming places the body where you have to be afraid for, ashamed for, according to religion at least, but also to other groups. Yes, you will be absolutely madman if you're doing that. Worshipping that idiot. Are you also kissing the ground of Hitler? Gaddafi? Idi Amin? Or other dictator that only cares about money or fame or not about morality or whatever. I was actually a fool or a bigot. First, people who are not can reason are fools. People who are not wants to are bigots. People who are afraid are slaves. If you want to kiss the ground of some shit head of a politician. Politicians don't change the world. That's why an activist. Activists are the only people that bring any positive change in the society. And they are hated by the majority most of the time on the moment that they are living. Because they want to change the status quo, and most people are spoiled little brats. Hmm. So you are agreeing with him supporting Madman Bolsonaro that wants to destroy the rainforest and kill and rape anybody who don't want to leave their natural home. You are a disgusting Nazi, by the way, if you think that anything Trump do is good. He's an idiot. And please go away out of my chat. I don't want to talk with brainless zombies. You are not welcome here. If you are You are now removed out of my chat. Delete. Um, Let me look if we can. All your comments are now hidden. Because I don't want to hear you and I don't want to see you. And after this, you are blocked because I don't want to see trolls. Yes, a retard that I have actually put down. I don't want to that anybody talks about that jerk on my live streams. He is one of the people I don't want to hear on my channel. If people don't respect that, they can troll somewhere else. I don't want to hear the name of that jerk or people justifying his stupid behavior. The legend, he's a moron. How actually raped, how have sexual assaulted at least 20 women. So, and he also is friends with most dictators on the world, like like Idi Amin. I think he will be friends with um, Gaddafi if he was still alive. I think also he will be. He's for sure friends with Putin, and he's friends with Kim Jong, and with that other creep. So if you don't respect my rules, go to hell. Now, your country profits from the victimization of others. Your country is the most lowest class of citizens on earth. You are our own brainless idiots. Your IQ is the lowest of all so-called civilized countries in the world. Your schools are trash, and I even somebody who is in the last year of their normal education in the United States have the same amount of knowledge as an actually an 10-year-old chance from China. So get away with your holier than thou, I'm superior to country horseshit. The only reason your people have the wealth you are is because of on the back of slavery. You're explaining today also with still people in the Republican of Niger, which is actually a country close to Libya. You're exploiting people in Africa. You are profiting from slave labor. Where do you think your cheap clothing come from? Brainless thing. Yes, and I call you a thing. If you think the United States is the greatest country on the planet, you are a brainless thing. You are not a person to me. Please, before you are saying your country is the best country on the planet, learn something about the world. Yes, and how does people in poor factories, in poor conditions? You, because you are too cheap to pay the real price for it. Capitalism, slavery in another other pair of clothing. You know, this is how the troll works. First, you mock it, you ignore it, because you are a privileged little first world citizen. You are a spoiled little child that have actually, from the day they're being born, have actually heard that their feelings are more important than the reality. That your reality in beliefs are a good thing. Second, you are mocking it even more because you are going to see that the ones that are opposing your position are maybe right. But then you don't want to change because you don't want to give up a little bit of your spoiled little privileges. Then The last step of the evolving is that you are actually understand it. And if you are give up like you are supposed to do when you are a good person, make a plea and move forward. Go and become a civilized person. Become a human instead of an hominid naked ape with a superiority complex. By the way, this picture, this drawing what I have done is actually how you will look like when you are wearing true carnivore. You're, you have not sharp nails. Look to your hands. Do you have sharp nails? No. You have flat nails. Like this. Like this. I've this does not look like the nails of a lion. This does not look like the nails of an carnivore or an omnivore. When you're a carnivore, you have sharp teeth like this one. It's like this character that I've drawn. You have long ears so you can hear better your surroundings. Your eyesight is not so well, and your pupil is quite big in comparison. Yes. By the way, Mr. Headless Trump worshipper, um, you can better be a little bit less brainless or go away. I don't want to have you in my feed, by the way. So you are actually giving about nothing. You don't give about children that die from starvation because your fat, lazy, pathetic, special little snowflake ego cannot hold at that you are actually responsible for any problem in the whole world. Meat eaters like you, or must I say carnists like you, are actually the reason of world hunger. You are the reasoning of that there any 2 seconds a child start from starvation because your fat little pathetic asses are refusing to be a civilized person, and you are actually killing people dying from starvation. Around 82% of the world's population and the animals living in the world are actually living in countries where food is given to livestock and then feeding to the West because of the gluttony and the corrupted power of the Western governments. So don't be a spoiled little brat and stop worshipping on the altar of bullshit and become a civilized, decent person. Now it gives you the privilege to get cancer, and it does not care about you. Let me show you some studies. Oh, it will be my pleasure, little spoiled brat that does not care about anything but himself. That most likely also will deny climate change because your fat lazy ass cannot hold reality, and therefore you're going to deny it because you are worshipping an idiot with the brain capacity of a turd. Yes, I'm insulting Donald Trump. Have you any problem with that? I think you have. So, your problem. Um, yep. Um, my health section, cancer. By the way, the World Health Organization labeled red meat, processed meat as carcinogens, meaning cancer causing. Don't have to be Einstein to figure out that animal body parts are not made for you. I'm pissed off that you are trying to defend the most cruel industry on the planet. I don't like that. And if you are a decent person, you should not going to troll in somebody else's channel just because somebody says something you don't like, you spoiled brat. No, we are absolute the problem with it. There is no doubt, and actually 99% of all scientists are agreeing on it. The only scientists that are not agreeing on it are scientists that are paid by the meat, dairy, and egg industry and the gas industries. Listened for a change instead of that you be a bigot and also or a fool to somebody that knows where he talks about. Climate change is because of the building up of of greenhouse gases into the air. Why do you think the temperature on Venus is around uh, 400 to 500 degrees Celsius? Also, Venus is have a his biosphere is around 95% greenhouse gas. There's no doubt that our putting of greenhouse gases into the sky affect the climate. I'm not a liberal or a Democrat. I'm a realist, and I'm not unselfish, entitled, dumb person who worships on some rich guy's testicles. Are you going to suck his testicles, by the way? So, personal choice only works when there is no victim in the scenario. A personal choice is something like choosing to wear a sweater instead of one jersey, or wearing t-shirts with long sleeves or one with short sleeves. When it comes to the lives of other living beings, and animals are living creatures, don't go only. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be a miserable fool. Because if animals can locate water when there are not want to die from thirst in the wild, and if there are actually are trying to escape from vision when they don't want to be seen by others. Even if you look in the zoo, one of the cruelest place, very cruel place, because zoos are actually there to make fun of animals and learn people to it is okay to exploit them. Yeah. Yeah. Let us go and show you this one. The Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I'm searching in my sources so I can show you actually something very good and something that is actually factual, completely sublime. Yeah, go. Um, those. This is the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness. The Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness. No, let it go back. Where are I? The Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness actually tells us that we are not the only animals on the planet that have consciousness. And yes, we are animals, anatomical, physiological. The word animal comes from the Latin word anima, which means a living being, breathing, sentient, stupid people. Stop being such people, which comes from the Latin word persona, which means a mask. Stop playing a role in the sick psychotic comedy. Your traditions, beliefs, and habits are no excuse for committing acts of cruelty. Just like it is not an excuse that Saudi Arabian men have abused a woman for generations and have stoned homosexuals for generations. Traditions are never, and I repeat, never, an excuse for cruelty. By the way, if you are not the victim, don't imagine it entirely from your point of view. Because if you are not the victim, it becomes pretty easy to mock your victims, label them stupid and dirty. But when you are the victim, things look a lot different from my point of view. For one moment, place yourself in the victim's point of view instead of that of the oppressor. If you are not stopping now, I actually going to your channel and ban you. Yeah, I did have a troll. I think I will stop the stream because maybe then he is also away if I'm going to go up in a couple of minutes. But yeah. Yeah.